I hope everybody is having a fabulous Wednesday. And I'm just kind of orienting myself a little bit. Make sure I'm not upside down, Darren.
I haven't seen you yet.
Okay. Give me just a second to make sure I have everything oriented right.
So that's good.
Okay. Then that's good to know that I'm upright. We don't want to be upside down. I hope you will forgive me. I have a little bit of, oh, hi, Beverly. I have a little bit of a cold, so I will try my best not to sniffle too much, but I apologize for any sniffles you may hear. You know, that first part of school, everybody gets sick that first little bit. But we got it out of the way now. All right, it looks like we're starting to get some people on. And I'm really excited. We are going to look at the inspiration box for September, which is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just giving Darren a few minutes to just add the link to a couple of places, and then I will switch the camera and we will look at what is in this kit. I'm good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sorry about the little crazy ride I just gave you. Okay. Everything looks good?
Yeah. Good job.
All right, so this is the first thing you may notice. The inspiration box is now an inspiration bag, I guess. I'm not sure if we're going to call it that or if we're still going to call it the inspiration box. But I love these bags. These are great. And everything came to me so nicely. I kind of love the way that these look. And so let's just pull everything out. Who did?
Kathy
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
from Maine.
From Maine?
Yes.
Well, hello from Maine. Okay, so we'll just go in order. Let's do that. So we've got this great package of sequins. I love that there's 3 different sizes, and we will use these today on our project. And if you've seen any of my lives, then you know how much I love BrutusMonroe ribbon. And we will also be using this, of course. And then BrutusMonroe always has these great conversation clippings. They are printed with toner, so you are able to foil them, and they come in white and black. You get 2 cards each of both. I guess I could show you a little bit of the sayings. So this is a good pack of sayings for lots of occasions. This one's got all kinds of things in it, but I'll just leave that out a little bit. We won't spend too much time on that. And then the foilable card panels, again, printed with toner, so you can use it with the heat. If you use like a mink or a laminator to do your foiling. So look at these adorable patterns. You get 2 each of 4 different patterns. I think this one's my favorite. I just think those little animals are so sweet. And then you've got these really cool leaves. And then you've got this nice all over pattern, and I didn't really show you this one.
Kathy says hi.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Kathy says she loves those sequins.
I know, Kathy. Aren't they fun? There are so many fun things that you can do with these. So many great shakers, so many just cute embellishments. And it's a generous amount. I mean, really. Okay. Okay, this is one of my favorite
Kathy
things.
says hi, and she's glad to catch you with the crafty shenanigans. She loves the title.
Oh, thank you. Candace is who you said?
Yes.
Candace. Candace is one of our design team members. Is it Candace Johnson?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, just making sure. Hello, Candace. Okay, so this is the Fall Florals paper, and this is so
Says
cute.
hi. Tina says hi.
I heard Tina, and who was the other one?
Michelle.
Hello, Michelle. Hello, Tina. Hello, Donna. Have you guys gotten your kits yet? Because this paper, oh my goodness, so cute.
Says she loves this box.
Donna, I love this box too. This is definitely a beautiful box. And last month's was pretty hard to beat. So you've got this kind of more subtle pattern. These are usually the ones I go for, but this group of patterns is so cute. I love them all. You've got this one that's got these just kind of warmer colors. You've got the cute little bird houses, the foxes. Look how cute those little foxes are. I pulled a couple out, so mine came apart, but I really don't care because I'm going to pull them apart anyway, right? And all of them are double-sided. And I believe, let's see, there's 12 patterns and there's 2 of each. And you've got this nice autumn tree scene. You've got these cute foxes with the tree. I love the colors in that too. And then you've got these cute little guys, foxes and bunnies, and so cute. You've got your pumpkins and your just kind of fun, warm, just harvesty looking paper. And then this sunflower paper, which we are using today. We're going to use this one. Oh, I didn't show you this one. This one too.
Candace said the paper's super cute.
Candace, I agree. It's just a really, really great collection of paper. So definitely check that out. And honestly, I think you'll want the whole kit. This is just a great kit. So then there's the beautiful stamp set. This is called Fall Florals. The whole box is actually called Fall Florals. And you can see all of the different, I love all of the variety that you have here. You've got this nice big flower here and here. And then you've got all of these different leaves and just little foliage and fall, just this little cute guy. I don't know what these are called, but I used to call them helicopters because we would spin them. And then you've got your little acorns. So plenty you can do with this set. Oh, I haven't received my die yet. I know it's on its way, Donna, but I love it too. And then I have this die out because we are going to use that. And then, as always, you get your card bases.
Says they're maple seeds.
Who said that?
Beverly.
Beverly, thank you. They're maple seeds. Okay. I should probably know that this far into my life, but I didn't. So thank you. So these card bases are wonderful. They are nice, heavy weight. They're already scored. They're already cut, so they're super convenient. So we will use some of those. You get 5 of those in your kit. And then you get a selection of layering cardstock. It's a layering weight, so it's not super heavy, but it's not as thin as just regular paper. So it's great when you're doing die cutting or any kind of layering on your cards. I use them a lot for mats. And then you always get a beautiful page of, oh, I'll show you this in a sec. A beautiful page of glitter stock. And I just don't think BrutusMonroe glitter stock can be beat. It doesn't flake, and it's just gorgeous. So now you've seen the inspiration kit. And then when you get your kit, it comes with this inspiration from things that the inspiration team have made. So there's several on here that you can see. Really pretty. These also are showing the stencil of the month. Actually, I can't remember. I don't know if that one's the stencil of the month or if this one is. They're both.
Stencil of the month is the wood.
Is the wood. Okay. And then there's the autumn branches that are really pretty too. Love them both. Okay. So I say we get started on some cards. What do you guys think? All right. So we are going to play with that beautiful paper. And I already colored this. I feel like if I'm going to do a coloring video, I'll do a coloring video that's specifically that way. I do have one piece I'm going to color today, but for the most part, I already colored and already cut out things. Other way around?
Yeah, other way around. I should know better by now.
Okay, so the wreath is the stencil of the month. No. Yes. And the wood is the add-on.
The wood's the add-on.
Okay, so we've got this beautiful sunflower that we're going to go ahead and color. And I used a combination of tri-blend markers, and I have a couple of Copics in here too. So I have found I really like the combination of Y35, Y17, and the lightest of the orange blend. So that's what we will do. So we're going to start with Y35. And I'm just going to quickly whip through this. Do you guys prefer, what is your favorite way to color? Do you like to watercolor? Do you like Copics? Do you like pencils? What is your favorite? I'm always curious to know. I like watercolors a lot. I just don't feel like I'm as proficient at doing watercolors. I love the Karen markers. I think they're wonderful. I actually
Kathy
really,
says all the above.
oh, Kathy, I love that. I also like to color with the aqua pigments and the chroma mist.
Kathy likes Copics.
Yes, Candy Copics are amazing. I love all of them. I love to color though. I really love pencils. Anyone else gonna tell us their favorite?
Kathy asks, we have holiday plans.
Holiday plans? For Monday,
Yes.
we have the day off, so we are gonna get a few things done around the house. How about you, Kathy? What have you got going? Oh, and I'm taking my son out for his birthday.
Watercolors she struggles with.
What was that?
Kathy likes markers. She struggles with watercolors.
Yeah, I like the control that markers give to Kathy.
Kathy's plans are crafting.
Crafting is a good plan. That is my plan for tomorrow all day long. I have cleared my schedule and I am looking forward to it.
Tina likes pencils and markers.
Me too. Me too, Tina. Okay, so we've got our first layer down. And we will...
Michelle's favorites are aqua pigments or watercoloring with inks.
Okay, Michelle, you are a watercolorer. That's awesome. Oh, we don't want to use that one yet. So next we're going to go to our darkest color, which is going to be the lightest color on our tri-blend marker.
Kathy says she doesn't emboss a lot, so that is not on. So that is what is on the agenda.
Oh, Kathy, that sounds fun.
Candy says college football and crafting.
Oh, awesome, Candy. Candy, I saw your post about football earlier. This is your favorite time of year, isn't it? You got your Halloween in there. You got your football in there. It just sounds like it's your time of year. And then we've got the Y17 that we're going to use to just kind of blend them together.
We're going to go see Maverick on Sunday.
Oh, we want to see Maverick too. Our family don't make fun of us, but we are introducing Benji, our youngest, to the Twilight series. So we've been watching that this week, just here and there, and we're going to finish it off tonight. Well, maybe not tonight, over the weekend. I don't think we have enough time for tonight, but we're on like the third movie, I think.
Yeah, it's too many for one night.
Yeah, it's a lot of movie.
You need to watch Top Gun first before you watch Maverick, Shannon.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen Top Gun. We're gonna watch that first, and then we'll watch Maverick, just to keep it all fresh.
Okay, you sound stuffed up.
Who asked?
Donna.
Donna, I definitely have a cold, but I did not want to miss out on visiting with you guys tonight. So sorry about the sniffles. I'm trying not to sniffle any more than I have to. Okay, so now we'll do our middle color. And this is earth brown. And then I'll just finish off a little bit with the lightest one. All right, so that's all the coloring we're gonna do, because like I said, I have all the other coloring done, but I thought it would be fun to do a little bit with you.
I told you to feel better.
Aw, thank you guys. The weekend is going to be definitely, it's a good timing to get a little bit of rest and to craft, and I didn't know we were going to have Monday off, so that was kind of a fun surprise. All right, so we're just lining up our die. And if you're having a hard time lining it up, just keep turning it. You'll get there. I have all that tape on it, so it makes it harder to see what I'm doing. There we go. And our dies line up really nice. So if it's not looking quite right, then you probably don't have it in the right spot, because you'll know when you've got it. All right, just gonna slide that through my die cut machine really quick. And now we have all of the pieces that we're going to use. And I'm gonna try to get 2 of them done. So the next thing we're going to do on this card is we're going to create kind of a fun, just very simple, but kind of a fun, what's the word I'm looking for? It's simple, but it has a lot of wow. Does that make sense? I'm not even going to try to line that up right now. Donna says hi. Yes. Hi, Donna. How are you? All right. Let's move on to the next step. So I've used the Spring Sings die. There's the 2 different rectangles, and I'm using the smaller one. And I used it on our pattern paper and our cardstock. So I've just got this dark brown, and I've got this pretty pattern. So we're going to use that for both. And then I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been using a particular die set a lot because it is so useful. I just keep reaching for it. So we're using the Simply Sweet dies, and this was the die of the month last month. And like I said, I keep reaching for it because it's so convenient. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a border out at the top, and then we're going to cut a little bit down here, and then we're going to mount it onto our cardstock. So I'll just do this first one. Let me get it all taped up so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let me grab some tape. I usually have some sticking to my table somewhere. So I'm just going to line my card up so it's kind of in between the lines on the grid of my mat. And then I'm just going to kind of center my die. And I think we want it to come down a bit. Let's go to about right here. And I think it's pretty well centered. It's as centered as I can make it, probably. So I'm going to make a cut there. Bear with me while I run that through my machine really quick. And I may have gotten that a little higher than I meant to, but that's okay. It's still going to be fine. So there's our first one. And then I'm going to save this piece because I may want to have a cute border on a card later. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up again so that it's in the middle of my grid. And then I'm going to move it down a little bit and lining up those edges again so it's centered as best I can. And I think that's probably good. Let's call that good. So now we'll take a cut of that. And it may be a little crooked because I just struggle with getting things exactly straight. So hopefully it won't be real noticeable. If it is, okay. So now I've got this other piece that's kind of fun because you can do a card using all 3 of the little cutout pieces. And if you don't like one side, you've also got the other side to choose from. So don't throw those away. I just put things like this in with my dies. That way I've just got them, or with my paper. So now we've got these 2 pieces, but we've got a chunk cut out. So we're going to adhere this back onto the brown piece, but let's give it just a little bit more dimension and let's put some foam behind it. So I'm just using our foam dots, the Easy Tab, and I am going to put one in the middle too, just so it doesn't crush in the middle. Now I have to hold this up a little higher so I can see to line it up right, because these dots are sticky, which is good, but you are committed once you put it on there. Okay, so that gives us just a little bit more depth. And now we'll do the same thing on the bottom. And this would be really cute if you wanted to put like a shaker behind it.
Donna R says hi.
Hi, Donna R. I love that we have 3 Donnas on right now.
Yeah.
I love that. I love our Donnas.
Donna R, Donna F, Donna C.
Perfect. All right, guys. Whenever I'm live, especially, I struggle to get
Donna
these off.
says
There we go.
Donna convention.
That's right, Donna. Okay. I think we have enough of our foam on there now. And thankfully, those last couple came off pretty easy. So now we just need to line that one up. I think we got it pretty well on there. And then we are just going to take some of our little pieces. We've got some leaves. I haven't really, I'll be honest with you right now, I haven't really decided how I'm going to arrange them, so bear with me while I kind of play. I tend to do that. I do want to leave a little bit going on over here so that you can see that we've got that depth. Do we like it like that? Do we want it down further? I kind of like it bunched up a little higher, more fat like that. And then we've got one of our conversation clippings, and I actually figured I would make this card for my son. He's got to have some surgery this month, so I figured I would prepare ahead of time, get him a card. Darren obviously has a little bit of the same thing I do. I don't know if he has a little bit. It's just as much as I have. If not more, probably. I think I'm getting over it faster than he did. I don't have time to be sick. Not that you do.
And I do.
I just said not that you do. Wow, I got flack fast for that, didn't I? Okay. I wonder if we should just go ahead and put this on.
It's all thanks to school.
Yeah. The first part of the year, we always can expect somebody's going to be sick. Since school is kind of a petri dish, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, do we like that? I think I kind of like that. All right, so that one's stuck down. I have to see what ones I actually did stick down.
Donna says getting sick is easy. It's getting well that takes time.
Donna, that is very true. It's definitely easier to get sick than getting well. Definitely easier than being sick, huh? All right, I'm going to try a different kind of dot on this one. I'm going to actually use a square just because we are dealing with just a little tiny area. And when you're using something dimensional, you don't want them to be all over the place. I mean, I like having more than one height, but I don't like when they're not, each piece isn't even. Does that make sense? Like I want to keep the pieces on the same level. So now we'll put this guy down, and I think he just needs a glue dot. Oh, that's not glue dots. This is glue dots. I have like 5 rolls sitting next to me and of different things. Do we like that on top? This is our last little bit for this one. I think we'll, I feel like I want it to stand out a little bit more. Let's try it with a foam. There we go. So now we just need to put our sentiment on there. And I was going to check out what the ribbon, I don't have a plan for the ribbon. I just like the ribbon. So I'm not sure if we will use it or not, but let's look and see what we think of the ribbon. It's sticking to my finger now. Okay, let's check it out. Honestly, I don't know that it needs the ribbon. I'm not going to force the ribbon on that one. We may do it on the other one, but I'm not feeling it on this one. But I do think maybe we could use a little bit of twine. Let's do a little bit of twine on this one. So I'm just going to do a double bow. So I'm just kind of doing a, I don't know what you call that, but we're just looping it. And then I'm coming across the middle, pulling it out a little bit. And that's how I do my double bows. Might be too big of a bow. No, I think it's okay. But I think what we'll do with this little guy is I love the little woodsy feel to this. So I think we'll add, just add this little, oh, these little things are so fun, but they break so easily. Let's try again. I kind of like that. I think we'll leave that on there. So let's go ahead and put our sentiment on, and I think I'll just use liquid glue for that. And I'm just going to take it all the way to the edge. Kind of center it as best as I center. Just like that. So now we just need to put it on our card base. And we will have...
Michelle says this is very pretty.
Who said that?
Michelle?
Thanks, Michelle. And simple. It's just a fun, simple card, but like I said, it's a simple technique, but it has a nice wow factor for how simple it is. So I think what we'll do, because we've got this kind of bulky piece right here. I told you these things break easy. Let me grab another one. Okay, we may have to try that one more time. Just make sure you don't get super expensive ones, because my goodness, they like to come off. I think I was going to put it all the way to the back of the card, but this way it's a little less bulky and we don't need to pop it up. I was going to pop the whole thing up on foam, but where we've already got it on foam, I think this works better. So I just attached it to the leaves. There we go. So let's just adhere this to our card base and let's just use the liquid glue. It's handy and it's quick.
Gabby said, love it. Great fall card.
Thanks, Kathy.
Donna said, love this card. It's so pretty. Donna R said, love it.
Thank you, everyone. You guys are so nice. And isn't this just a simple, I mean, it's just a simple card, but it's perfect. Let me just move this down on our base a little bit. I kind of, like I said, the glue is kind of like the same situation as the foam. So we got it in time that it didn't kill everything, but I didn't move it quite fast enough. So I'll have to be a little bit more careful when I place it. I was off just a tiny little bit, but just enough that I felt like I needed to do it again. So we'll move it over just a hair. I tell you, that is my struggle. I am not the best at getting everything on my card exactly straight. Okay, I think we got it now. Okay, card number 1 is done. So now for the second card, let's try using a different border die. And this would be a great way to use, I'm sure if you're anything like me, if you've been crafting for very long, you've got different kind of punches and different kind of borders. But I love the ones, like I said, from the...
Nice masculine look type of card.
Thanks, Tina. I like it too. So I'm going to try something, and I haven't tried it yet, so bear with me. We're going to play together. I kind of like doing that sometimes, though. It may or may not work, but we're going to see if we can just get the border on this. Let me make sure it's straight. It's not going to be centered because I was kind of, in fact, I do want to move it a little bit. I want the scallop pattern to be the same on both sides, spaced that way, if that makes sense. So that looks about right. Just kind of bringing it up so it's on the line. Okay. So the trick on this is going to be not getting that line from this. So when I'm going to bring my die cut machine up just so that we can all see how this works, if it works. Everybody cross your fingers. So I'm going to go this way because if I went this way, it would for sure make a dent in my paper where this line is. So what my attempt is going to be is to try to stop it through the machine before I get to that line, which it's kind of close, so it may not work, but we'll try it. Can't hurt. Let me see what that did. It may not have been enough. Oh, I think we did it. Yay! So I didn't go all the way over that hump that you feel when you're kind of going over the length of a die cut, because we didn't go over that part. So it has a tiny bit of a crease, but nothing you can really tell. So great. So now the question is, do we want to do it this way and have it go like that? Or we could do the same thing and have it be scalloped on this side. Do you guys have an opinion? So we're either going to have the scallops going this way, so it's scallop, 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 or we're just going to have a space between it, so it goes this way.
Cool.
Yeah, kind of fun, huh? Any votes on that?
Donna R says scallop going up. Kathy says leave it like that.
Ooh, we need one more vote so that we can
Break the tie.
break the tie. Scallops up or scallops down?
Donna C asks, is that clear tape that you used? Scotch tape was a clear low-tack tape of some kind.
The answer to that is yes for both. It is Scotch repositionable tape. Comes in a blue box. I get mine on Amazon. But that's what that is.
You got 3 votes for up, 1 for down.
All right, scallops up. So the trick is going to be kind of lining it up the same. I'm going to move the die cut machine for a second so I can use my grid, because we're going to want to follow the same basic. I think we're about like that. We'll come down just a little bit so we have just a little bit more space in between. Let me get that bottom part lined up. And get this lined up. I think we've just about got it. So let's try this.
Sharon says hi.
Hi, Sharon. How are you? And we'll come over here. Oops. I think it seems a little bit crooked. Let me see. We'll just put it up on our grid. Yep, that's crooked. Look at that. So it's one of the things I like about this mat is it helps me. As I said, I'm very challenged at when it comes to getting things on my cards straight. Okay, let's try the same thing. Do you think we can be that lucky again? I'm gonna say yes. So we're going through this way so that we don't catch that line.
Donna has a finger strap.
Thanks, Donna. I can definitely use that. All right, let's see if we went far enough. I think we did. Nope, not quite. We gotta try again. Let's see if we got it that time. You kind of have to fill, and there's just a fine line, because if you go over, it's gonna get that back piece that we don't want on there. And our plates are crooked. That's why you hear that lovely squeaky sound. All right, I believe we got it this time. I think we got as close as we're going to get. Let's see if we need to trim it a little. I'd rather trim it a little than get a great big line. That's easier to remedy. Oh, I think it's good. Just have to take my tape off because it's not letting me see what we got. Man, that tape was holding on. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could use this piece too. It's kind of a fun little unique piece. Or you can just chuck it if you don't want to save every little piece. Okay.
That was an impressive squeak.
It was squeaky, wasn't it? All right, so now we could either put it on this way so that we have it closer to the bottom. I thought I was down a little further. This doesn't have a really big space, but I'm not going to redo that. I don't think I can take the stress of doing it again. Just kidding. Sorry, that is my dog scratching on. I have seat cushions for them. I bought some outdoor seat cushions for their beds. And he just wants it to be comfortable. So that is that scratchy sound you hear.
Not that it does any good.
Yeah, I doubt it does anything much, but it makes him feel better. So we've got our beautiful sunflowers. We've got this fun berry sprig. And then I don't typically like to use things that are retired. So I'm going to ask you to forgive me on this one because I looked when it was almost time. But these are actually, are these from this set? I thought they were from this set. Yeah, they're the top layer of the this leaf on the fancy foliage. So I didn't see that this was available anymore on the site, but if you have been a member of the Die of the Month Club this year, then you may have this set already, and that is that top layer of leaf. So it just looked like a sunflower leaf, and it was the right scale, so I couldn't help myself. I just decided to use it anyway. But use whatever leaves you've got. Okay, I think we'll do something like that. And then maybe we'll put our sentiment down at the bottom. And I think I'm just going to make this one into a sympathy card.
Michelle said to cut from the top piece at the top.
What was that?
You cut the flat edge and move up.
Oh, if I cut this off?
The top edge.
I just don't want to cut off the stitching. If you see on the die cut, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of stitching, so I don't want to cut that off. But that was a great idea. If it didn't have that stitching on it, I would totally go for that. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and adhere this. Let's do the same thing. Let's put some dimension on this. Okay, I have more than enough on here, except I kind of missed the spot I needed. And hallelujah, I was able to get it off. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon, which I may have. I should know better than to do that on a live. All right, one more. Got really hot in here. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we've adhered this piece, and even this is cute. I mean, really, if you wanted to just do half of your card, look how cute that is. I might even like that better, but just since we were doing a particular technique, I feel like I should do this, but I kind of like that. All right, it's gonna bug me. Should we just do it this way, guys? If you guys want this piece on there, I will put it on there, but I kind of like it without it.
Donna said yes.
Yes, without?
With an exclamation mark.
Okay, we are going to do it this way then.
Yes, without.
Okay, I'm glad we all agree.
Karen said yes. Michelle said she likes that.
It just shows off everything better, doesn't it? But look, now we have this piece. We can use this piece for something else. This would be cute with a really subtle print to just put on the top of your card and then use like polka dots or something, or like a really light, more subtle plaid or something. That would be really cute. So now we've got that extra piece for another day. So I do find, and it sounds like you guys are the same, that sometimes you just have to go with what your card wants. You know what I mean? You just kind of, you play, and some things just kind of come to you. I know whenever I try to force something, I'm usually sorry. But if I try to stay open-minded, things usually turn out better. Okay, I am totally in love with these polka dots. I just think they're so cute. Let's see if we want to add those before we actually stick anything down. I'm thinking, yeah. What do you guys think? Yep, I'm going for it. Hopefully you guys are good with that, because I asked you what you thought and then I just went ahead and did my thing. Let's put that right there so we can grab it later. Typically I would grab I have a little really cheap crimp iron, or not crimp iron, but flat iron that I bought that I use just for my ribbons to get all of the little kinks out. But I'm hoping maybe we won't need it. Let's see. Let's see what we think.
Michelle says they're using it on the inside.
Using what on the inside?
That extra piece.
Oh, yeah, you could use it. But yeah, definitely I'm not throwing it away. It's a good piece to use for something else. All right, so sometimes when you're tying ribbon, especially if you're doing it live, it just kind of takes on its own direction. And so sometimes I will tie it and then I will slide it off and slide it on going the other way. But ours is just completely diagonal, isn't it? Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna cut it off there. Cut it off there. Let's see how it looks if I turn it.
Michelle says use a Cricut mini press for ribbons.
Oh, that's a great idea, Michelle. Yeah, that's the only trick, is you have to be careful not to get that edge all wrinkly like I just did. So I'm still kind of struggling with this ribbon, but we'll make it happen. I'd rather have it curved outward. So we'll just go with that. And now we can put our first sunflower on.
You make amazing bows.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. I'll poof it up just in your honor right there. Okay, and then I want to get it kind of right up in there close to the ribbon. I think maybe we'll take this guy up a little higher if the, yep. This paper has just a little bit of gloss to it, so it does help just a little bit, but definitely use caution when you're moving anything around with that tape on it. I mean, those foam squares on it. Foam dots, whatever. Sorry, I can't talk today, apparently. We're just going to blame it on the cold, okay? I'll use that excuse while I've got it. And let's try this other foam because it's a little bit taller. So we can have it up just a little bit higher than the other one. And then we'll add our little sprig there. Obviously, neither one of them have anything on them, so let's just use some glue dots. I just have to be able to see them. There they are. I just was down further than I thought I was. I'm gonna slide this guy in going this way. And then let's see what we want to do with these leaves. I think we want one there. And one there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's put some glue dots on those. I think that's where I had that one. There we go.
Donna S says it's turning out so pretty.
Oh, thanks, Donna. And our last little guy. I should mention 2 things I forgot. Thank you, Darren, for moderating. And also, Darren is putting the link up that will take you to all of the things that we used today. So if you are curious, you can check that out. I told you another thing I struggle with is I struggle with my sentiment placement because I struggle to plan for it. That's one thing I could improve on for sure, is planning for my sentiment. I was going to put it up there, but it just, I guess I tucked this in a little too high. Let's see if I can move it. Eee, scary. Of course, it's on the very bottom, right? Couldn't be a layer closer to the top. Let's see if we can move it back a little bit. Because I like the sentiment about right there. So if we can move this down, I think that'll work. That did not, that glue dot was like hanging on for dear life. Okay, I think that will work. Let's glue dot this one too. We got the glue dots handy, let's just go for it. I do like that you can reposition them easily, I should say. And I'll take that one all the way to the end as well. Okay, so now let's just get our card base, and then maybe we'll put a couple of sequins on this one, and we will be good. And again, I think I'll just go ahead and use glue.
Donna says I always have a hard time with sentiments. I just need them off a lot of the time.
I understand, Donna, all too well. They can be tricky, but I love having the sentiments on there because they just make it feel more complete. But yes, they are definitely tricky sometimes. I think we'll definitely go with the little ones because I think the colors are better for this card. I think this is just a little more orange than I want, so let's do some of these little guys. I don't know if you'll see, yeah, I guess you do kind of see them on the print. Okay, I think we'll do that configuration. time to get out the detail grabber. If I can find it. I know it's in my cup. I just have to be able to see it. I have tons in my cup right now. I have all my paintbrushes in there and they make it hard to see anything else sometimes. This little thing, I tell you, if you don't have something like this in your crafty arsenal, get one, because they make it so much easier to place little details like this. Okay, and actually, if you don't have one, sometimes I just use my pin, and that can work too. But the other one is a little bit more reliable. So, I think we have it. And I'm going to try to ignore that that's a little crooked. There we go. I think I moved it in time. All right, so we've got 2 cards that we made from all of the things in the inspiration box. And also we used, like I said, the Simply Sweet dies and the Spring Saying dies. But so much fun. It kind of gets me in the mood for fall. I don't know about you guys. What, honey?
Donna says it's beautiful.
Thank you, Donna. I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera. All right. Thank you so much for joining me this Friday night. And I hope everybody has a safe and really fun Labor Day. And we will come back to you next Friday with something else. I already have a plan. Maybe I'll just show you what I'm going to work with. I'm going to work with some stencils. I just have to grab them. Are they all? Oh, there they are. I have to be careful because I have secret things here too sometimes. So I'm going to work with, for sure, these 3 stencils. We're going to switch gears and go into Christmas for a minute. And I may do this one too if I have enough time, but we'll see. I definitely will use these others though. So we will have kind of a holiday preview. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.